What up, though? It's your man's DJ King. Another episode of Seat at the Throne. I got my man's Josh. What's your rap name, though?
Josh Kalhalal, man.
Say that again, bro.
Josh Kalhalal, man. You can find me on all platforms, man. Kalhalal, man.
Word,
that mean all praises.
All praise. Hey,
Yes,
word.
Yes,
all praise. I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's going on, my dog? What's been up?
Shoot, man, nothing. Staying out the way. Working on music. I just dropped the album a few months ago. Working on another tape right now, and I just dropped a single like a week ago called Spice Talking on SoundCloud and everywhere else. So yeah, man, I'm just staying out the way, working on my craft, trying to perfect it, man, trying to be a better man every day.
I see. Oh, shit, you been making noise like a motherfucker, so, that's why I had to have you on the show today. Shit, I peeped that out. Let's see. Shit, people been reposting, what's that fool's name? I call him fool, funny wise I say fool, but
What, DC Young Fly?
Yeah, DC Young Fly,
DC Young
word.
He done tapped in, Zaytoven, he done tapped in.
Yeah, word, I seen Zaytoven, so that's what's up, bro. So yeah, you been, going crazy, turning it up with the motherfucking music. I like that, that shit, and I know you personally, but, to see, transition, start your rap career, going, and how much you grown in that field, and shit is lit.
Yes, sir.
That shit is, beautiful, bro.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those who don't know, he's not your traditional, rapper or whatnot. I won't say religious rap. I'll probably say spiritual. Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, we call it truth music. That's what we call it.
Okay,
that's
truth music. Because I was gonna say, what would you, call it or consider it or whatever, truth music. But yeah, he's not your traditional rapper. And shit. Usually, people shy away from it, but nah, you've been, like I said, burning up on the scene. Like I said, you got DC Young Fly, you got Zaytoven Beats, you got people that wish Zaytoven Beats would even, pay them attention.
Mm-hmm.
And and here you go. And like I said, they reposting them on their Instagrams and shit. So, that shit's lit, bro. So, what's your formula? Why shit's different for you?
Well, cause it's just like, how can I put this? Like, I want to do something. I want to push something positive, but I want to push it in a way that I know my people will listen.
I get you.
And it's just like, I listen to the rap music sometimes. I'm not gonna say I don't listen to it. I listen to some of it, probably not like I used to, but I'm tired of the rapping about killing and fucking niggas' grandmas and shit like that. You feel me?
Word, no, I feel
it's just getting old. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of destroying our people's minds and our men, women, and our kids and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I came up with a formula like, I'm gonna push positive rap music, spiritual music, but I'm gonna put it in a way that my people will listen and then tap in with it.
I get you. I totally understand that. You gotta be able to, meet people where they at sometimes when you're trying to, get to them, and all that type of stuff. So, I feel it, and rap or, the culture, as they say, is definitely was moving a lot of people, minds, right now. So,
Yep.
No, that, that's lit. And, shit, like I said, you definitely been going crazy with it because, let's see. I only, like I said, the repost, it was another song. Shit, think you just did with Young Chubbs. That bitch, nice.
Oh yeah, called Takeoff.
Yeah. Word.
It was called something else at first, but when Takeoff died, we just called it Takeoff.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like it's difficult in the rap game, rapping like you said with truth, truth rap?
No, not really. See, one thing about me, like, I'm not doing it to get noticed. Like, I'm not doing it to I'm not in competition with nobody. I really just be chilling in my own lane, doing my own thing. Staying humble about it.
And you should. That's how life should be.
And and people just gravitated towards it because that's the attitude I have. I'm not pick me, look at me. You know what I'm saying? If I like tap in, support, whatever.
I feel you.
But I'm not doing it for that kind of reason. And that's why I feel like I'm getting the love that I'm getting because I'm doing it humbly.
And I totally understand that, as you should. That's how it should be in life in general. Like, be in your lane, or the point is, do you. Don't worry about what the next person is doing, whatever. So you should be only focused on you. But more so, especially, in alignment with God, like I said, you really like, that's like, when they say, when you help somebody. Don't help somebody and then be all, boasting about it all on Instagram.
Exactly.
Look at me, I'm helping this person out. So it's like, okay. So, and clearly, it's paying off for you. Because like I said, you definitely getting, notification, about, your music and whatnot. So like I said, that's definitely what's up. I like the approach with that. like I said, it doesn't feel like any competition because, like I said, you
Just
don't
doing
care
me.
about it. Yeah,
Just doing
ain't
me,
no pick
man.
me type shit.
That's
Motherfuckers
it.
with all the gimmicks and all that type of shit,
That's it, man.
talking the craziest and all that type of crap. I feel it. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you said you just dropped a project.
Yeah, I dropped the album called Understand Me.
Understand me. Okay, when did
It's
you
a
drop that?
project. I dropped that a few months ago. Actually got a song called Understand Me, and I named my album after that. So it's got about 14 tracks on it, man. So I put a lot of, it's like this. I ain't the type of dude to vent and stuff like that, but if you really want to get to know me a little bit more, take a listen to my music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I vent the most at.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay. That's going to be one of my questions. I might as well ask it now. So, okay. Is all your tracks, like, about God or, his word, or as you just said, clearly, Understand Me is about you. So what is the majority of your music about?
It's really both. I'll talk about the Most High in every song, but I also talk about myself as well, relatable situations that people have been through that they can relate to, my life, things that I've been through. So it's kind of like a mixture all in one.
Okay.
Like a little formula like I came up with. Yeah.
All right. So you just dropped that. When did you say you dropped that today?
I dropped it a couple months ago. I can't remember if it was I think it might have been October or November.
Okay.
It might have been one of them.
So October, November.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all go look for that. Understand Me.
On all platforms, Josh Kalhalal, on all platforms.
Josh Kalhalal, I like that. So, all right. So, even though Superman, they stole that from that's kind of where that comes from. Kal-El, that's comes from.
Oh no, what shoot? I ain't know that. I ain't know where that came from.
Yeah. In case y'all didn't know, that's where they call it. Of course, it's not Clark Kent or Clark Kent is his disguise, but Kal-El is his I guess name from Krypton or whatever and whatnot.
I learned that studying Hebrew, because that's actually a Hebrew word. So that's why I'm like, Josh, and I'm just giving all
You said
praises.
all praises, right?
Yeah, that's what it means.
Josh Kalhalal.
Yeah.
Word, that's just sweet. That's sweet. Okay, so, all right, so let's see. You said you dropped that around October, November. Understand Me. All right.
Shot a couple videos too.
I was just about to ask that. So let's see. How many videos have you dropped?
Off the album or in general?
Just in general.
I got about 8 videos.
Damn.
I got about 7, 8 videos.
Damn. Okay, so the one I know about, like I said, is the one with you and Chubbs. That's just sweet. That's just sweet to me. But yeah, what's the other 7?
Mob Ties is my most recent one. Mob Ties, I did it with my boy Big Ock. We came on collabed on that. We did Mob Ties. It's the Detroit flow, but we talking nothing but spiritual. Spicy spiritual.
I was gonna say because you just said Mob Ties.
Yeah.
But
and a lot of times, like, people don't know, like, we really come from the same thing y'all come from. You know what I'm saying? The streets. We grew up just like that, but we just happen to give our lives over to something better and make changes for the better for ourselves.
I get you.
So a lot of people think because we Hebrews, we Israelites, we don't understand them, and we had a certain persona on us because of certain people. Which I'm not like all other Hebrews or nothing like that, but I like to relate. I like to show my people that I can relate to them, and that they don't. When they see me, they don't have to be like, "Oh, here come this nigga." I ain't even like that. You know what I'm saying? You got some brothers that got that kind of spirit on them, but no, the type of spirit I got, my people actually come to me.
That's what's up. Like, okay, so how long you been a Hebrew Israelite?
About 4 years.
That's what's up, bro.
About 4 years.
That's what's up, bro. So, and how's that work for you? That lifestyle?
Honestly, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Like,
get your life right.
It's like I got a mission, I got a purpose, and I've witnessed, and God has showed me certain things that I know He's with me, and I know He's watching me. He showed me things. You know what I'm saying? Times I could have died, situations I was in, and He saved me. He just woke me up to a certain knowledge that I know a lot of people don't have. It's like He just tapped your spirit, and you know what I'm saying? You woke up like dang.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I definitely rock with the Most High. Don't get it twisted. I definitely rock with him, baby.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, it definitely have his battles, man. You have his battles, spiritual battles, under attack. You gotta fight off demons, fight off childhood trauma, all kind of stuff.
I get you. No, like I said, I definitely familiar with the Most High. Like I said, it's a ever going challenge or battle within, and then just, you know, externally as well, you know, with, you know, how the world is, you know, the world getting wilder and wilder. But, you know, like I said, you know, shit, you prevailing still. Like I said, you know, you gotta, you know, respect it, because like I said, you making noise when in a genre or, you know, a field of artistry was, you know, is, you know, like I said, is, you know, filled with a lot of hate music, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just like, shoot, I was looking at an interview with Charleston White. He was like, who hate niggas more than niggas? You feel me? White man don't really hate us no more. We hate each other. Shoot.
that's that programming. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's the program. I'm trying to break that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Trying to break that, man.
That's what's up, and that's why I had to bring you on today, because it's like, you know, like I said, that's one of the number one questions they gonna ask. You know, it's like, how do you feel like? Well, once again, you know, like I said, you don't even feel like you even competing, but usually, like I said, you know, people that's, you know, spiritual or religious rap type thing, you know, they usually don't go too far. Like I guess I'll say the coldest or most popping is spiritual song or religious type song is Kirk Franklin's Stomp. That's the that's the only thing I can really think of.
I'm
like
asleep. I ain't listening to Kirk in so long.
Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you up. Kirk Franklin had him on with
Yeah,
that
he
shit.
did.
Stomp,
He did.
make me clap my hands. Make me stomp. I can't remember the lyrics, but stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
But I'm gonna
lit.
say this though, the truth music, the spiritual music is on the rise, bro.
Yeah, no, that's another thing I was gonna say. So not just with you, like I said,
A lot of
because I
brothers.
know you personally. Like I definitely had to bring you on, but yeah, I've definitely been seeing a whole lot more, you know, spiritual rappers, you know, out here, and shit, I respect it. I love it. Like I said, we do need to, like, you know, kind of get back to that, because a lot of people, you know, forgot. Like originally, hip hop had a message in it. You know,
Yeah.
you know, it was
Yeah.
like the ghetto news. Like, you know, this was going on in the hood. We don't like it, and you know, heck, fight the power, public enemy. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I can go on and on, but yeah, like I said, originally it was, you know, like, you know, like I said, it had a message. Hell, even, you know, Young Pac before, you know, the bullshit got in his way with all, you know, the so-called East Coast, West Coast beef and all that type of shit. But yeah. So I definitely, you know, glad to see it come back, and definitely want to, you know, see you guys, you know, carve out a lane, but not just carve out a lane, you know, shit. And encourage others to, you know, to, you know, not constantly, you know, keep rapping about, you know, the BS. Because, as a fact, what the heck is his name? NBA YoungBoy. He just finally admitted and, you know, said he feels bad for, you know, that, you know, he making all this constant, you know, kill type music, and, you know, the amount of people he influenced, you know, or he feels bad, like, you know, for any time, you know, the possibility of, you know, somebody might have put on his tracks before they go do some dirt out here.
Yeah, and a lot of these rappers don't know, man. They got to give account for the souls that they lead astray.
Man, what?
They got to give account to the Most High from the souls they lead astray. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people, like Chief, for example. Chief Keef was my favorite rapper. He was. I still like him to this day. But
shit. He's like the father of drill music.
It's just like, bro, you know how many kids done put on masks and killed people to his music?
Damn. And that's fucked up. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the souls he led astray.
Word.
And if they don't purge and repent and all that, man, they got a lot of blood on their hands. They don't even know it though.
Yeah, word. Like,
so I'm glad to see NBA YoungBoy actually come out and say that, and he's sorry. He's showing remorse for the kind of music he pushed. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I think, you
I'm
know,
gonna pray for that brother.
Yeah, and that's what's up, bro. That's the best thing you can do for some people, you know, because sometimes people ain't trying to hear what you're saying. So it's like, you know, even with your enemies, it's like, let me just pray for you, bro. Like, me talking to you, you gonna keep saying F me or whatever the case, but I'm just go home and just pray for you.
For real, bro. It's just like, man, it seems like in this generation that we live in, positive things don't last.
Man, boy, you see it all across, you know. Social media just became life, so like that trumps TV now, like, you know, social media. But you see it all across social media, and, you know, and on the news, like anytime somebody's talking anything positive, anything spiritual, God forbid you say the name Jesus, like, you know, you hate it, you know, for it and whatnot, and it's like, whether you atheist or not, or this is definitely, you know, for people that's atheist, like, how can you not believe at this point? Because it's like, why is there such a hate agenda against people?
See, one thing. I'm sorry, I mean.
No, go ahead.
It's a scripture in the Bible. It's in Job. It said, "The earth is given to the wicked," which basically means it's ran by the most wickedest people. So they're gonna push an agenda that goes against anything good or about God or anything positive. They're gonna make it seem like it's a myth. And I pay attention because everybody believe in the devil and demons. But as soon as you start talking about God or a higher power, they don't believe that.
Which is crazy because you can't have one without the
You can't-
motherfucking other.
exactly,
So that's the
exactly.
proof is in the pudding, bro. Like,
Exactly.
but you know,
that's all you hear people rapping about their song, fighting demons. Demons are real.
boy, what the
Their
whole
spirits are
demon
real.
time, all that type of
Yeah.
crap. But it's like,
Yeah.
like you said, the moment you get talking about
Come
Jesus
on now,
God,
look at the world. You don't think it's demonic?
the
Come on.
moment you get talking about Jesus God, oh
Yeah.
no, that it don't exist. You a fool, or no, they say
Yeah.
you a fool for believing the Bible. It's like, man, okay. Like, yes, I know there's been some changes in the Bible. I know all that, some books been taken out, but the thing about it is,
Yeah.
it's been plagiarized, which meaning it's been copied.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you had to take from an original source.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how much they change little bits here and there,
Yeah.
the majority of the word is still there. So it's like,
See, people don't even know the Bible is the blueprint to literally damn near everything. And of course, our language was stripped from us. The Most High knew our language was going to get stripped from us. So people say King James was a white boy, right?
Mhm.
But if you actually look up King James was a black man. He had 8 kids. One of his sons was named Black Boy Richard. He didn't sit there and rewrite the Bible. He had about 30 people translate it. Hebrew and Greek scholars. It took them about 6 years to do it. So, and they took it from all the Greek and Hebrew scrolls, and they had it translated over to English, because it's just like, I know a little Hebrew, so some stuff in English you can't really trust everything in English. Some things you have to go back to Hebrew and to Greek to study to understand. That's why I don't call on the name Jesus and stuff like that.
oh no, I definitely know it's
You know what I'm
Yeshua,
saying?
but
So,
for those who don't know,
some people say Yeshua, some people say Yahushua, but and that's the Hebrew name of who they call Jesus Christ.
Look
So,
at them dropping.
yeah.
Matter of fact, it is February, so yeah, Black
Yeah, I mean,
History fact,
yeah.
boom, baby, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's like, but the reason why people don't believe in the Bible is because of the Christian church.
Of course, of course.
And one thing about it, I've seen people read the Bible their whole life but still never understand it.
Boy, that's the crazy part about it.
Even in slavery, when they wouldn't allow us to read the Bible, but they allowed it to be read to us. Just like in church, the people don't read the Bible; they just let it be read to them.
Or no, like you said, for those that read it. So that's how I know, like I said, that people just reading and not really understanding and interpreting. Because for those, you're gonna have those people that say, "Oh, if God is real, why is He letting Jesus and kids and all these people die?" First and foremost, He said this was going to happen in the Bible, and in specific with black people, with slavery and all that type of stuff. That when we broke our covenant, which is basically breaking the promise, this was our punishment. Was broken down and said in the Bible, so we was meant to go through slavery.
Yeah.
This just was what was told. So it's like,
and black people kill me with this "woe is me" spirit. Why is this happening? People don't do nothing God says, but expect for him to just jump and do for them. They don't do nothing He says. You out here living any kind of way, doing any kind of thing.
preach.
You a horrible person, and you wondering why.
Preach.
You feel me?
That's exactly why it's funny you say that. So that's exactly why I changed my lifestyle. So I don't drink, I don't smoke, water only, vegan life. Like, point is, people say I'm trying to be the best, or better themselves, but not doing anything to better themselves.
Exactly.
But most importantly, I can't keep praying to God and asking Him to do things for me, and I'm not doing anything to better myself.
You're not even trying, because
it don't work like that. Like, how can I bless you if you're not even showing me you trying to better yourself?
See, Christ dropped a major gem in the Bible that said this. This is one of the scriptures I'll never forget. Luke 17:21 said, "The kingdom of God, the kingdom of God is within you.
Okay.
Everything starts with you. Everything starts with you. So you have to really focus on yourself, healing yourself, bettering yourself.
Yeah.
That's when everything is going to start coming out of you.
Yeah. Man.
So yeah.
And like I said, people, unfortunately, putting their human thinking on God, like, well, why God letting this happen? Like,
man, we are mere mortals. We'll never understand Him.
that part. And on top of that,
mortals.
what's worse is the disrespect of God, like where they treating him like a genie. God, make this happen. Oh, if God don't make this happen, then he ain't. Like, it don't work like that. You can't understand God's how He works. And so, therefore, it don't work how you want Him to work.
And that's crazy. And I hate to make people feel like this, but a lot of people say, thank God this, thank God that, oh God this, in God we trust. But a lot of people don't know. A lot of their prayers not going to the Most High. A lot of their prayers are going to the Satan. Because Satan has a certain type of power over this world, which the Bible says he's the God of this world. Yeah. He deceived the minds of people. Yeah. He'll have you unknowingly worshiping him without even knowing it, and praying to him without even knowing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think, and a lot of people think their blessings come from God. Nah, the devil can bless you too.
I was just about to say, or more
Yeah,
so.
I seen a guy say that the devil really can bless you too.
Yeah,
You know, as long as you stay away from the word, as long as you keep living that same wicked life you living. Oh yeah, he'll give you things that you want.
Exactly, or more so like let's see, once told me that,
He'll
or
throw
I
you a
read
bone.
that when you pray, you know, of course God hears you because you mean to pray to the Most High, but the devil hears your prayers too.
Oh yeah.
And so because he hears your prayers, like like you said, you might be praying for this, that woman, that man, or whatever you might be praying for, and he might bless you. The devil might bless you with it just because, he wants you, like I said, get thrown off your path because the person you might be praying for or whatever you might be praying for may not really actually be what God wants for you.
Exactly.
But because he knows you want it,
Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you, because it's gonna throw him off. He doesn't realize what he's praying for is toxic for him. So
and that's why it's important. Like I pray more than one time a day. I try to. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I slip up, I forget. But I try to pray more than once a day because sometimes the devil he be trying to swat them prayers out the air. It's a spiritual war going on. He be trying to swat them boys out the air. So I try to pray and fast, and try to make sure my prayers get to him.
My brother. I don't like to use that woke phrase.
Hey, man, hey, look, bro. It's
definitely
okay.
well aware, definitely very conscious, and that's definitely what's up, bro. So, okay, so you, I don't know if I asked you this, but how long have you been rapping? Like,
I only been rapping a year and probably a quarter.
Okay, so
I got inspired.
Did you always have a desire to rap, or like
I didn't have a desire to rap, but it was some brothers that I was, some Israelite brothers that I was around.
Okay.
And they for example, I'm a name drop. My No Name Servant, Hebrew J,
Shout out to them boys.
my Yuri, Big Ock, a few more brothers. They inspired me to rap, and I'm like, you know what? I got people around me that look at me. So let me see if I can get in the booth and shed some light.
Definitely.
And that's what I started doing.
And like I said, I like that approach. Like, let me try to reach my people this way because, like I said, sometimes you gotta meet people where they at. And, so no, that's definitely lit. So, okay, so just dropped a project October, November. Got about 8 videos out. And so, what's next? Do you guys, when's the next project dropping?
Honestly, it ain't no ETA on that.
But you've been working on it?
I'm working on some stuff.
Okay.
It ain't no ETA on that. But right now, I'm still going to continue to do videos while I'm working on that.
So still promoting and pushing the previous project?
Yeah, I'm probably going to shoot a video within the next week or two.
Okay, that's what's up. What's this video going to be on the name?
It's probably going to be a live performance video. One
like
of my
with the little one mic thingy?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my songs called The Vent off my album.
The Vent. Y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for it.
Yes, sir.
That's definitely what's up, bro. So, okay. All right, so is there anything else you involved in, besides music? Any movies? Any other types of?
No movies. Nothing like that. I actually wouldn't mind. I was actually talking to a brother of mine, like try to do like a little 2x movie or something like that. We could do something like that.
He said 2x.
2B, my bad. 2B.
2x.
Somebody had to correct me like that before.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it. Shit.
They be putting some bullshit on there, so I'm like, if they could do that on there, I could put something on there.
Boy, it do be some. It'd be some low budget movies, some movies that motherfuckers just put together on that motherfucker. But shit. Tubi, shout out to you though, for supporting and putting any and everybody on. Like, fuck it, you want a chance? Hey, you get a chance. You get a chance. Everybody get a chance. So, no, fuck with it. So.
Other than that, I ain't doing nothing special. Just continue to work on my music videos, just getting my spirit right, because minus that's what I be trying to do, get myself right.
Yeah, definitely, and as you should, because as the world is definitely crazy right about now.
By the day.
So it's like now's definitely the time to be getting your soul right and whatnot. So okay, like I said, I definitely have to bring you on because like I said, shed light on all sides of rapping, not just rapping, all sides of music, like I said. But no, I definitely me myself been wondering for the longest, like how do people of spirituals or true music, how do they feel? Do they feel like it's competitive? But like I said, I love your response. That's why I keep repeating it. Like I'm not doing it to like everybody else is, trying to blow up off it or for attention and all that type of stuff. It's like nah, I'm doing it because this will move my heart and more so help enlighten my people and whatnot.
Yeah, so. I was looking at a Kevin Gates interview. He was just saying like, shoot, you just gotta focus on making yourself a flower, everything else gonna come to you. The bees gonna come. Everything else gonna come. So that's what I just focus on, just being who I truly am, and everything else just manifested and started to come to me.
Word. That's definitely what's up. Okay, so let me ask some personal questions. Let's see. So outside of rap, or what's something you think people should know about you? Like what's something special, unique, what
I'm just a regular weird guy. Shoot, I'm a little weird. I don't like to talk all the time. Sometimes I don't answer the phone. It ain't gonna be nothing personal. I play video games. Shoot, I go to the gym. I work out.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, and I'm a lover boy. Yeah, I want a wife.
Lover boy.
Yeah, I want a wife. I want a wife one day, man.
You gonna be both, lover boy and want a wife, bro.
Yeah, I mean, ain't it the same thing?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I thought it was the same thing.
See, usually when people think about lover boy, like you gotta think about it, like especially with Drake, certified lover boy.
Oh no, I ain't no Drake.
And they thinking like you want to love on a lot of females.
Nah, man.
You looking for one particularly. Okay, so you a lover in general, like you gotta
like
love.
I'm actually a real genuine guy. Like I give you the shirt off my back, I give you my last.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Even though right now I learned boundaries and I learned to say no, but
boy,
I'm genuine. I used to didn't have boundaries. I used to just. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like that. That's just the kind of guy I am. But, I'm just a genuine person. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I'm just a genuine person that like to be left the hell alone sometimes.
Man, I feel it. No, you got to learn how to say no because if not, people will take advantage of you.
Definitely.
And it's like,
definitely.
You won't get there's no award for any of this type of stuff. Like, so it's like, you won't get a real nigga award. You won't get I always show love award.
Yeah.
Like I even think about what people be, trying to argue a point or argue somebody down or prove a point. You're not going to get an award for proving this point. So the moment you see somebody's not agreeing or they just not getting to them, just leave it alone. You know what? Agree to disagree.
One thing about me, like you said, number one, when I give, I don't really expect nothing in return. That's just the type of dude I am. If I let you borrow, it depends on, like, if I let you borrow some money and I need it back, I might expect it back. But most of the time when I give people money, I just be like, bro, here, take it.
Yeah, most stuff.
And then as far as like arguing points and stuff, I don't debate with nobody.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah,
You know what you know, I know what I know. We gonna squabble. And we ain't
about to squabble with you,
we ain't building nothing together. I'll just be like, all right, you got it.
That's where I'm at with it. Like,
you got all the knowledge.
You got it.
You got everything. Shoot.
You got it, cause that's where we ain't even about to squabble, bro. I'm gonna keep it peaceful.
Enough of that.
Oh yeah, you got it. Now if you bringing smoke my way, and you even after I said you got it and I left and I'm trying to leave and you trying to
I got some knowledge on you, but I ain't about to sit here and argue because
exactly,
most people they not gonna listen. It's gonna go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, they listen to for just to respond now. Really, real still like like are you even really hearing back to we was talking about reading the Bible like you just. Reading is just, to read it, just say you probably read it or whatever type stuff, but you're not really interpreting, understanding, breaking things down and all that type of stuff.
And another thing I will say about the Bible, it's some things that you're not going to be able to find in the book. It's some things that you literally have to fast and to pray for the Most High to reveal unto you. Sometimes the Spirit you're going to have to tap in with the Spirit to know certain things.
It's funny you say that. So let's see, I read the Bible 3 times in my life. So first time was a kid, second time was college, third time was young adult, like, somewhere between 23 and 25. So first time I read it as a kid, I took a little bit of the information, was able to understand, but wasn't able to understand it at all thoroughly. So that's why I came, brung the second time. So, the second time I read it through high school, whatever, understood a little bit more. Or no, actually that was college, whatever. I understood it a little bit more, but, still wasn't, still confused about some things. The third time I read it, this is when I'm a little bit smarter and wiser and know how words work, like, root words and all that type of stuff. Like, for example, like, quick sidetrack, the word government. We know the word govern means control. M-E-N-T is root word for mentality, mental. Government means mind control.
Okay.
The word government means mind control, and people, are not aware of it, and they wonder, like, if the government is really for them, it's like, man, it's in the word, government. So point is having the ability to break down words and truly understand words, and, with that. So with that being said, that knowledge now, I applied that to the Bible. So it's like, okay, now I was able to break down things and understand things better. And if there wasn't a word that I didn't understand, look it up.
Right.
And this is, like I said, this was, let's see, so 23, 25, this is what, 2009 through 2012 type era, in which Google was around then. But now you got me, you got all the knowledge in the world at the end of your hand. So it's like, if you don't understand something, look it up. Break it down to, you know, to a point that you can understand and then apply it. So it's like, yeah, you know.
A lot of people just lazy, man. They want things fed to them, drop out the sky, hit on top of their goddamn
That's
head.
what technology did to them. So it's like, yeah. So like I said, you know, and back to, you know, like I said, you know, why you're rapping, you know, but, you know, truth rapping is like, sometimes you got to meet people, you know, where they at, because, you know, unfortunately people are lazy, not going to apply themselves and all that type of stuff. So let me break it down to an understanding, you know, that you can understand type thing. Let me be relatable to you, you know, like I said, you know.
Because you got some Hebrews, they just, you wicked. You niggas wicked. No, you gotta learn how to.
Yeah.
And people don't know who Paul is in the Bible. Paul, he was one of the wisest men that helped win souls over from people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta stoop down to their level and let them know you understand.
Exactly.
A lot of brothers be one thing about this Hebrew stuff, man. A lot of these brothers done got into the truth and got into the knowledge of certain stuff, and they became fanatics.
Yeah.
Like they became fanatics, like they got some knowledge and they don't know how to act.
Dumb type of people, exactly. That's the worst type of people.
So that's the worst kind of person to be. I promise.
Because they discover some knowledge or whatever. Now they feeling like they're better than a person.
Better than everybody.
But one was even worse. But you're still not even applying it the way, you know, to your life.
Yeah,
like
that's what the Pharisees did. The Pharisees in the Bible.
That's the worst part.
Scribes and Pharisees, they knew the Bible, knew the knowledge, everything, had their chests out, but they really wasn't applying it. That's why Christ was like, man. That's why Christ like, man. Christ would have damn near killed all them Pharisees, bro, because they was
he flipped some tables over in his day.
Yeah. They was hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? They be telling people like, oh, you're not gonna make it to heaven, but nigga, you not even gonna make it.
Yeah, no, that was the worst type of people, because then, like I said, now you got. That's why I was saying earlier, like, you know, I don't really kind of want to say that woke and conscious, because like I said, that's what's going on in our community right now. There's a whole bunch of people arguing about who's more woke and all this type of stuff, but yet y'all not even applying it. Like, you done discover some knowledge or learn something, but you're not really applying it to your own life. And then on top of that, you acting mighty or holier than thou.
I hate when brothers act like they got all the knowledge. They don't have all the knowledge.
Don't even know, or
you probably don't even have close to all the knowledge.
Not even humble enough to, you know, realize that you may not know it all, or there's more dynamics to what you thought you learned or whatever.
Exactly.
The wisest person realizes they don't know nothing at all.
Exactly.
like, and considering all the knowledge that's out there already that we do know of, there's a vast majority of so much more knowledge that we're not even aware of. Like, you know, point blank period. So
that's why, like, you got a lot of Hebrews too that be like, okay, if it don't come out the Bible, I ain't believing it, and that's okay. But one thing I learned, shout out to my Courtney Bell, man. It's like this. I've studied different religions, from Buddhism and stuff like that, and everything. Yeah, I've studied that. And a lot of that stuff comes from the scriptures. It's just worded different.
Boy,
a lot of people be trying to sound so damn wise, like, oh, if it ain't in the Bible, you feel me? But bro, you gotta understand, a lot of religions took pieces from the Bible and made their own thing. So that means it's true to a lot of other things too. But it might not be the foundation of where it came from. But I'll never knock nobody's knowledge. And I've learned stuff from brothers. Who, you know, not even Hebrews and stuff like that drop gems on me, that help me in my walk.
I get you.
So, that's how I'm not one of those brews either.
That's how you do proper research in the first place, because it's like, okay, fine, if you only read the Bible and you actually truly understand it, well, don't you want to make sure what you just read is really what it's supposed to be? So the only way you can do that is study other religions, look at other religions, and like see, okay, is everything that I read true? And then more so, all right, so, you know, once again, it's, you know, when you become really truly wise, you taking all the information in and you decipher what is, you know, what is real, and you will be able to find out what is real and what is not. Because
some stuff you got to chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Exactly. So one thing, this how I know, you know, Yeshua had to exist, because one thing across all religions, they speak about Yeshua. So it's like, you gotta.
And some people say Christ was forced on us before slavery. That's the biggest false, because thousands of years before slavery, they knew about Christ. Even over there in Russia, the Russian Nikon book, they have the real pictures of the prophets in Christ. So a lot of people say, "Oh, that book was forced slavery." You just a stupid motherfucker. Excuse my language, you a dumb motherfucker that just follow what you heard and you ain't do no research of your damn self.
Too much Instagram knowledge.
Too much Instagram and TikTok now. Shut your stupid ass up, dog.
Well, the point is research, man. Like, don't be lazy about it. Like, go. Don't just try to, read just to, say you read it. Try to understand and really interpret. Make sure you can digress.
Because what you think they do in church? These people don't understand the Bible, bro. They believe in a doctrine. They don't believe in the Bible. They believe in a doctrine of the Bible.
Yeah,
and they don't believe in the Bible. They believe in a doctrine of the Bible.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, a lot of people don't. You can read it, but if the Most High don't open your mind and understand it, some stuff you just not gonna understand.
Like I said, you just read something.
Even there's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Shoot, if he don't unlock your mind, you ain't gonna understand it. It's just gonna look like jibber jabber to you." For real, I mean, yeah, he gotta want you. Sometimes he gotta want you to know it too.
Yeah, that part too, cause that part.
It's not meant for everybody. That's what was hard for me to understand. Like I used to want to be like, man, I used to want to try to force the knowledge on people. I used to want to be like that, but I had to realize that it ain't for everybody. I could be talking to you right now. It could be an unknown deity sitting there blocking all this shit from even reaching your mind.
What's funny about that, like you said, one thing I did take away from the Bible. Once again, that's how you know I truly understood it, not just read it. One thing, heck, I think it came out of Yeshua's mouth himself. Yeah, try to spread the word, but don't go forcing it on people.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't force them because if they're not ready to understand.
Yeah, if you don't have a willing mind or open mind, I don't even talk to you. I don't even bother with you.
That's how head butts. That's how you get to that point proving argument and all that type of nonsense because somebody's trying to force what they learned and like, no, it's not that way. Like, no. Yeah. In the Bible, it'll even tell you that, like, no, don't force it on nobody. Like, you can try to tell them, make them aware, but after that, like, there's only so much you can do, but don't force it on nobody. Like, that's in the Bible. So it's like,
and I don't got no problem with my brothers out there on the highways and byways on the corner with the fringes. I ain't got no problem with that. They doing what the Most High set them up to do. But some of them brothers so forceful. They so forceful.
They scaring people away.
They scaring people away.
And what's crazy, so all right, so this is a little something. So I did peep to, on the fringes, and this is not knocking y'all brothers. I peeped the, Hebrew Israelite thing y'all got going on, but technically. From what I read, and I could be wrong. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm at least open to the fact that I might be wrong. But y'all don't even have the correct fringes on, or it's not even, point is, you got fringes all around. The fringes are only supposed to be in 4 corners of your clothing. Go back and read your Bibles, bro. From what my understanding is.
Yeah, I believe you got some brothers who debate about which fringe is the right fringes. Honestly, I feel like the ones with the garments around them are the correct way. And then and then I see brothers that wear the tassels. I don't have a problem with that either. And honestly, some brothers probably not gonna like that I'm gonna say this, but like I wear fringes sometimes still, but honestly, I feel like I ain't gonna say it don't matter, it's a commandment, but it's just like I'm more focused on my inward appearance than my outer appearance.
I get you.
I've had people tell me like I feel your spirit with no fringes.
That's what's up.
I had people tell me I can feel you, brother.
Yeah, that's
with
what's
no
up.
fringes. Then you got brothers with fringes down to the floor. They the most evil people you ever encounter.
Yeah, fringes down to the floor, but according to the Torah.
So I'm not knocking.
Suppose that was the breakdown, but yeah, you're right. Because like I said, I consider myself spiritual, not religious by no means, but spiritual.
I'm definitely not religious.
But yeah, it's like so like for things like that, because like I said, I have that approach as well, where it's like, okay, I kind of meet people where they at. Like, I grew up hip hop, I knew how I grew up. I once was, super with the shits, in the streets, getting arrested, all that type of dumb, crazy nonsense. And, eventually, I corrected myself, hence why I talk about, I only drink water, vegans and all that type of stuff. It's like, point is, and with that, when I knew that I was going to eventually change and, live a better life and, a life, for God, it's like, all right. Yeah. And of course, with no disrespect with God, because if you want me to, go super hardcore with the like you said, how the fringe is supposed to be and whatever else that I'm supposed to do, I will do that. But for me, what I'm thinking was the best approach, to try to help turn souls over to you is approach them as, as meeting them where they at. Exactly. Because, like, I knew how I was, so it's like to completely switch up on them. It's going to scare some people that you've been hanging with your whole life. It's going to be like, man, he ain't the same at all. I don't know him no more. It's like, no, bro, I'm still that same dude. It's just I'm dressed in a different way now.
Exactly. And like, again, shout out to my brother Courtney Bill, because he elaborated on this with me. He was like, bro, some people you just got to meet them where they at.
Straight up.
It's even Hebrews, Israelites that I have to meet them where they at, because I know sometimes they might not be on the level that I'm on. So some people, I just meet them where they at. Just like somebody who don't have no knowledge, I meet them where they at.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically, and that's how you gotta be. Like you gotta be approachable. You gotta, once again, make it easy for them to understand. Make it easy for them to relate to you. Because that's the only way they're gonna want to pay attention. Because if it's somebody that don't relate to, don't understand, like that's the really what the disconnect is between young and old. Like when old people be trying to older people be trying to talk to young people, the disconnect is because like, man, you sound like some old person, and straighten up, wear a suit, and do this, go to college, this type of crap. It's like you're not even trying to hear them out, hear how they feel. You're not trying to at all meet them. That's the disconnect.
This is what I learned about our older generation. It's a scripture that say basically the elder gonna serve the younger, and the younger generation are gonna be the ones to teach the elders.
Boy, don't I know it? Boy, I'm kind of going through something.
Because our elders,
like
I mean, I hate to say it, like our elders, like mama and grandma, they so stuck in their ways,
exactly,
and they mind still somewhere in chains that they to a certain extent they not gonna listen to you.
Man, what?
Shoot, my mama, don't get me wrong, my mama, she knows a lot. But shoot, some stuff she probably just ain't gonna listen. They just gotta love her. That's your mama. You feel me? So you just gotta,
gotta love them as they are, but and
pray for them. That's all you can do.
That's about to be my little thing. Like, bro, I ain't about to. I'm just gonna pray.
That's all you can do, bro. That's all you can do, man.
That's what's up. That's what's
bro.
up.
And I don't want people to think I'm just this perfect dude, man. I still got flaws. I still got things that I have to work on. Things that I battle. It's a marathon, not a race, man. It's a never-ending journey, bro.
Yeah,
never.
And that's why, I think, people get misinterpreted about life, and which I'm lessons in my 30s is what I'm finding out. It's like, not saying that go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Any nigga would sit up and say, I'm perfect, I ain't got no sin, I ain't got nothing that I need to work on, they're a goddamn liar.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They pump faking, basically.
Yeah.
But lessons in my 30s are like, so I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be happy in life, but just like, that movie with Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness, like, what I'm getting at is, life is a journey, and is not only a journey, is filled with lessons. So I don't necessarily think life was meant or for it to just be straight fun or something that you're supposed to have fun with, like you came here just to party and have fun. Like, nah. If anything, like I said, and this logically makes sense to me, whereas like, once again, you want to be in heaven, or truth be told, the true heaven is being in God's presence, because like I think I forgot how it's broken down in scripture or whatever, but point is, you want to make it to heaven or whatever, right? How can I let you into heaven if, like, you have, how can I trust you, basically? I got to put you through some things.
Of course,
Like, of course, life is peachy. You saying life is great when you on top of the world and you got millions of dollars, everything's going your way. But can you keep that same attitude, that same energy when things is bad? And so, that's,
Yeah, he gonna put you through it. It's like this, and I don't blame the Most High this, because if let's say you with a chick, you gonna test her in ways too to see if she's solid. So the Most High gonna test you in ways to see if you solid.
I was just about to say,
he's on a different level.
I was just about to say, so if humans test other humans to make sure she real or he real or my friend's real and all that type of stuff, what makes you think God ain't about to test you?
He gonna test you, bro. He gonna put. See, one thing I learned about God, bro, the Most High, he don't care about your feelings
At all.
He don't care about your feelings. He'll hurt your feelings if it's good for your soul. You know how many times the Most High done hurt my feelings when it came to certain things in life, when it came to women that I really wanted to be with. You know how many times he hurt my feelings? No. That's
real.
Because everybody got their different weaknesses, right?
Yeah,
mine's used to be women. And
you a true lover, I see.
Yeah. Mine used to be women.
About that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. See, one thing about me, I can be open. I can be vulnerable. I can be. It's a scripture in the Bible. Humility breeds wisdom, bro. I don't mind being humiliated. Yeah, bro. I used to deal with inner issues that that came with women. You know what I'm saying? I certain women that I wanted to be with, that I wanted to love, this, that, and the third. And shoot, he used to hurt my feelings a lot. But at the same time, I'm glad that he hurt my feelings. I'm glad that he broke my heart, because it fixed my vision.
I was gonna say, open up your eyes.
It helped me grow. Anyway. It helped me grow. It helped me grow inwardly. It helped me strengthen my mental, my spirit.
And then, like I said, not only I wasn't supposed to be with you anyway. When the time is right and the right one comes. Oh God, it makes all the sense in the world, because now I got. Man, you are so dope.
Man,
type thing. Like
you'd be surprised how many people out here holding on to a man or a woman that they really not even gonna be with for real.
And that's including friendships and even with your family. Sometimes dealing with family members, you holding on to things that you God is trying to tell you to let go by allowing pain to happen to you.
One thing, I used to be hard-headed, but God used to show me signs that I don't need to be dealing with certain people, certain women, whatever. And sometimes you ignore them. If you ignore them signs, you just gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me a few times. So hey, I had to pay for them.
Yeah. That's how. Well, yeah, that's all I can say is toast to that. Yeah, word.
You learn your greatest life lessons through pains, man. That's what help build you up through character.
Boy, don't I know it. Like, I'm thankful for all the bad I went through. Like I said, I'm grateful for the good times, but it's like, like I said, the bad times is what made me who I am as far as the better person, to be able to stand on my feet, to, just take care of myself better, because like I said, I done bumped my head hard enough. Like, oh yeah, don't do that again, or be better prepared, or stack and save your money. Don't go, all that type of crap. Like I said, and even dealing with, like you said, matters of the heart, dealing with women. It's like, oh yeah, don't, go for this type of chick. The signs is, I don't care what nobody say. The signs is there as far as the mate that you're supposed to be messing with. Like, with that's male and female. It's like, if this certain type of shit, and I'm not about to go too in details of that because I'm not trying to bash on females, but but you can tell it's more than obvious, and like the females you shouldn't be messed with, as well as females is more than obvious as far as what guy you shouldn't be messing with.
Exactly.
If he's constantly in the street or just doesn't want to do it, like the signs are there. It's just people ignore them because they like what they like.
Yeah, in reality, we break our own hearts, to be honest.
Exactly. And once again, that's another thing. So, like you said, in reality, we break our own hearts, but once again, they want to go attribute that to God. Like, God, why'd you allow that? Like, well, no. I told you how to move, but you keep refusing that, and therefore.
And the reason why, that's why I'm really big. If it's anything that I'm big on healing, bro. Inwardly.
Yeah.
People got childhood traumas. People been.
Yeah, off top.
People got mommy issues, daddy issues. Some people been molested, all kind of stuff, and they never heal from that stuff. You got people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s still they haven't dealt with their inner daddy issues subconsciously, and it shows up in their relationships.
Yeah,
that's why you got to pay attention to people how they raised and how they brought up in their background, because that's really I mean, some people break those curses, but a lot of the times they don't. And I'm big on healing, and I'm being open with you, because even I'm in my spiritual walk, I still go to therapy, bro.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I still go, and black people need
to you and your honesty,
man. Black people need to stop. Be like, oh, I don't need to go to therapy, man. You broken as hell. You need to go to therapy.
I feel you.
I had 2 good parents, but it's still things that I needed to work on. So just imagine the people who got mommy and daddy issues, and been through stuff. Mix that with a little bit of relationship trauma. You fucked up in a way. You fucked up. You need to go. I mean, ain't nothing wrong. Of course, you need to seek the Most High first. There's nothing wrong with going to counseling, bro.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with especially if you really just can't. Like, the point is, your issues are starting to, spill out and, not only hurt you, but hurt others or whatever. Yeah, I definitely, feel like it. And in my case, let's see. I definitely went through my share of, I guess, things in the past or whatever. But one thing I did learn, not saying, I probably don't need to go to psychiatry or therapy or whatever, but my thing with that is, or with me in particular, I've learned that at the end of the day, whether you go to a therapist or not, only you can fix your problems, because a therapist can point out how you should go about moving, or try to, or this is where you're messing up at. But at the end of the day, if you're not listening to that person, or point is, if you're not applying the work, then you're not going to get nowhere. You're just going to be in a long-ass therapy session or ongoing therapy session.
And it's like, I don't go like I used to. I probably go once every couple months.
Yeah, so.
And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a gift the Most High gave me, but I can really just spot brokenness and issues in people. Yeah, I don't care how put together you is. I can spot certain things that you lack.
Once again, the signs are always there. It's like, think about, like, for example, when people, if they were not having money and now suddenly they have money. Yeah. How they act when they suddenly got money. If they, like, point is, they have a vengeful attitude. Oh, I'm about to stunt on every bitch or every nigga that ever did.
Some people ain't get enough attention growing up.
That's basically what that comes from. That's point is, you never heal, because, like, if that's your first thing to think about when you get money, is how I'm about to stunt on everybody that, like, you clearly are still hurt by the girl that told you no, or the homies that played you to the left.
Or your parents ain't give you enough attention.
Exactly.
They ain't give you enough I love yous and stuff like that. That affects children too.
But basically, it's like, so like I said, the signs are always there. So it's like, and from what it looks like for me, it's like, basically any type of nature in you that wants to attack others, based on, or just lash out on others. Therefore, I think that's, something that's internally, bubbling up in you and that you ain't corrected yet.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
like I said, a healed person doesn't go around wanting to hurt people.
Yeah, it's that's why I tell you it's a child in all of us, bro.
Yeah,
It's a child in all of us, bro.
All day
That needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. Anything that hurt that child.
And the thing that it hurt me, because I see what people be needing, but they just don't be seeing it, bro. And that's my problem. I always be trying to, let me help you, let me heal you. And I know I can't, and I know I can't do that with everybody, because it
that's
might
the
not
goodness
be
of your heart.
I know I be so sad, because it's like, bro, a lot of people don't even know what they be chasing, bro.
That's the goodness of your heart, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, you got to tread lightly, because once again, that's even in the Bible too. Like don't go out your way trying to constantly heal broken people, because after a while, I'm going to allow you to get hurt by constantly trying to heal everybody, because you're not learning that, that person probably just don't want to change. That person probably is just corrupt, or probably just possessed, or probably just pure evil.
Like it ain't meant for them. And I'm not saying I'm like Christ or nothing like that. I'm trying to walk like him, so I can kind of say that. But I see kind of some of the pain and the sorrows he was feeling by dealing with his own people. How much they hurt him.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just always trying to help them. So I kind of see the pain and sorrows that the Messiah used to, if you believe the story, that the Messiah used to do. All he did was try to help and heal his people, and his own people killed him for just trying to help them and heal them.
That's
what I feel. I be trying to help and heal broken people.
Yeah.
And sometimes they listen, sometimes they just don't listen.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And that shit really fucks with me.
I know all too well, let's see, I ain't going to speak names, but I just know all too well, as far as a group of people who I gave my all trying to help them, and after a while I had to realize I'm chasing their dreams harder than they chasing their dreams.
Exactly, you can't do that. I can say that was kind of, I could say it's a toxic trait, but I used to want it more for people than they did for their own damn self.
Exactly, and that's what I said. I had to take a step back and realize, man, you only making yourself mad, because like I said, you running faster to their dream than they are, running to the dreams. So it's like, man, you can't chase their dreams harder than them, bro. So it's like, you just gotta take a step back.
Gotta learn. As good as your heart is in the right place, I had to learn that the hard way too.
Word.
Some people just gonna stay broken. Some people just gonna stay in the same cycle. Some people gonna make it out.
Well, I must say, bro, I definitely want to see you in concert, because, we had a dope-ass conversation,
Definitely.
and so I want to see that energy on stage, honestly. So with that being said, have you performed before, or do you got any concerts lined up?
I do a lot of open mics.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of those lately. I haven't did one in a minute, but I got a performance/concert coming up on February 26th.
Where at?
It's on the west side. I'll get the information in the flyer soon.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be on your Instagram. So y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. Make sure y'all show up for that. This brother got, as y'all say, bars, and it's righteous bars, but it will get your soul right.
I'm trying to tell you to get your turn. I done had some girls tell me, it's funny, but I'm like, I done had some girls tell me, it's like, I wanted to twerk to your music until I heard what you was talking about. She's like, till I heard you talking about, but I'm like, man.
No, that's got to be conflicting to their song. Like,
I know, it definitely is. That's why I do it, for convict people. That's why I do it, convict people. Yeah.
That's funny, bro. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. It's conflicting me. I want to twerk, but I don't know what to do. Like,
that's what I do. I want to convict people's spirits, man. Get them to listen.
No, that's definitely what's up, bro. Well, yeah, my dog. Oh, yeah. This has been a great interview. I appreciate you coming through, my dog.
No problem, man.
Say it one more time.
Josh Kalhalal, man. Kalhalal,
right?
Instagram, all platforms.
That means all praises, bro. All praises to you, and of course the Most High. You get the most praise, and and whatnot. And yeah, it's your man's DJ King. It's another episode of Seat at the Throne. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Let's do it.